Hey everyone, my name is Sean and welcome to the final round of feature matches here at AGO for our locals, weekly locals here. And in this final round we have Leon back with his Salamangreats deck from round 1, and he is going to be going against Jack Joyce on the left. Now Jack Joyce is known to us as the guy that likes to make character specific decks. IRL, character specific decks are never everybody loves making character specific decks, but they're never the deck that really are the best decks in the room, and they actually can be quite expensive because a lot of the cards are old school cards like Dark Magician stuff or Blue Eyes support. There's always expensive cards which don't get reprinted enough that people always want to use, so you always find someone that's either building Cyber Dragons, Blue Eyes, Dark Magicians, but to have someone that actually sticks with it and actually carries it through because they want to just push the deck as far as they go is also very unique, and Jack is one of those people. He's the type of guy that will take a character style archetype and he will just push it as far as he can go. And at our locals he's brought in Magicians, he's brought in Lunar Lights, and now in a moment you'll see what he's going to be playing, and he's going to be going against Leon, who is a master of Salamangreats. Salamangreats are easily one of the best decks in the format right now. They are just so incredibly consistent, and Leon has opened pretty much bonkers. He's got an amazing hand right now. He has used Flame Buffalo, he has Sea Archiver in the grave, Mirage Stadio is live and summoned Gazelle dumped Jaguar, and he has done something which I find very, very interesting here that I didn't expect, and that he's chosen to use to reincarnate Sunlight Wolf twice using the hard method, which is using Sunlight Wolf and his another elite monster, as opposed to using the field spell. Now normally most Salamangreats players, including myself, would actually just use the field spell to kind of get that free summon so you don't have to use 2 cards. I really want to know why it is that Leon chose not to do that in this play, and why he chose to maybe keep his field spell card in his hand. Maybe he wanted to protect it from something like a Cosmic Cyclone, maybe he wants to save it for a later turn for where it's more useful, or maybe he just wanted to put Banix in the graveyard. I really have no idea, but I'm going to ask him later on. It's all these little intricate plays that separates the masters from the newbies, and Leon is definitely a master when it comes to Salamangreats. He has studied this deck in and out, and he's really, really good with it. Now, now you can see on the left side, Jack is actually playing Heroes. Heroes was used in the previous round with Steven and Antonio, and Jack is Antonio's older cousin and has a lot more experience than Antonio with this deck, so we should learn a thing or two by watching Jack play this deck as opposed to from the time when we saw Antonio play as well. One thing I will say is that Jack is not the most competitive player. He comes around to have fun, but he does put a lot of effort and hard work into his decks. And recently I've been trying to get him to go to regions with us, and he's been to 1 regional and he said he absolutely loved it. He really, really enjoyed it. But so I'm hoping to get him out to regions more often so he can take these amazingly hard work character based decks and show them off in a more competitive, higher level environment. So let me explain what Jack has done here so far. He started off with summoning Vision Hero Faris, which is in the 3rd monster zone in the middle. Vision Hero Faris, you can be special summoned from your hand by discarding a card, and you discard a Vision Hero Vion. Faris, when it is special summoned, can also put a Vision Hero card into the spell and trap zone, which is Vision Hero Increase, and then he normal summoned Vision Hero Vion in order to send Destiny Hero Malicious to the graveyard. Destiny Hero Malicious to the graveyard banished itself to special summon another copy over to the field, and now Jack has 3 hero monsters on the field which he can use for various means. The first thing he's going to do here now is use a Vision Hero Vion's second effect, which you don't see a lot. But Vision Hero Vion's second effect is you can banish a hero monster from your graveyard and add 1 polymerization card from your deck to your hand. Now I'm actually really curious if this counts any card with polymerization in its name, including Super Poly, because Super Poly is easily one of the best cards in the game right now, and if that card could search out Super Poly, that is amazing. That is a really, really powerful card, and I need to pay more attention to heroes. But he's gone for the normal polymerization. We'll see if he uses it later on, and he has used Vion and Malicious to summon out extra hero Dread, extra hero, not Dread Decimator. This is extra hero, bear with me for 1 second, Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader has a Monster Reborn effect, getting back Malicious from the graveyard to the field, and Leon has responded with Phantasme. Now, I thought Leon would have some hand traps in his hand because he has put no trap cards on the field, and we can see in his hand he's got a copy of Impermanence, which he cannot use from the hand right now because he has monsters on the field. Phantasme, he probably just drew the Impermanence just now actually, and he also has Ash Blossom, 2 copies of Ash Blossom in his hand actually. He summoned Phantasme under Sunlight Wolf, and Sunlight Wolf used this effect to add a fire monster from the graveyard to the hand, but Jack decided to respond with a copy of what's it called? Call by the Grave, and banishing one of Leon's Sunlight Wolves, which is a really good thing to do because Sunlight Wolf is definitely the Galatea of Salamangreats decks. It's part of the main engine, and if you can shut that engine off for a turn, it won't win you the game, but it definitely can hurt quite a bit. Now, I'll be honest with you here, I have no idea how that hero got added to his hand, really not quite sure, but that is, I believe, Evil Hero Gold Adjudicator. An Evil Hero Gold Adjudicator has the effect where you can discard it from your hand to add a copy of Dark Fusion from your hand. Now, Jack is not going to go for Dark Fusion, he's going to go for a copy of Dark Calling, because I believe it is the Miracle Fusion of Dark Fusion, where you can use materials in your graveyard as a fusion material, but you have to banish them. He is also link summoned no, he still has the copy of, what is that monster called? That is a Cross Crusader on the field, so we'll see what Jack's going to do here next. He uses Malicious to summon another copy of Malicious. Leon still has the Ash Blossom in hand, so he could have used it many times already, but I think he's just trying to find that key moment which is really vital to Jack in order to stop him from special summoning a key card from the deck. It may be a little bit too late for that though. Jack has a graveyard full of resources, and we'll see if he can pull something else out. And we can see in Jack's hand he does have a copy of Super Poly in his hand there, which if he has a material he could use the 2 Salamangreats monsters to summon a Violet Chimera, which would be kind of cool. He uses Vision Hero Increases effect, where you contribute a hero monster on your field to special summon it to the field, and then when it is special summoned, you can activate its effect, and its effect allows you to special summon a hero from your deck. Leon now finally plays the Ash Blossom, responding in kind, and that is going to shut that down for the time being. So Jack has 2 open extra monster summons here. He does have a Polymerization of Sort in his hand. He has Super Poly in his hand. We'll see if he chooses to, well, if he's going to use them, or if he's just going to, well, yep, there we go, there's Dark Calling. Dark Calling is going to banish 2 cards. He banishes Malicious and Evil Hero, I believe it's called Adjudicator Gold, and it's very relevant that he used Evil Hero Malicious there, because Evil Hero Malicious is a level 5 or higher monster, which means he's able to summon out Evil Hero Malicious Bane. Malicious Bane is an amazing card. It came out very recently in a recent set, and its effect is absolutely nuts. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card, and then this card gains 200 attack for each monster declared and destroyed this way. He cannot declare an attack with monsters for the rest of the turn except for hero monsters, so he can still attack with all his monsters anyway. Yeah, you can only use each effect once per turn. That card is absolutely nutty. He's absolutely insane. So he did try to use the effect there, but Leon responded in kind with Salamangreats Banix to protect his monsters, and Phantasme has gone to the grave, and now he has played Polymerization, old school Polymerization, to special summon out Vision Hero Trinity. And Vision Hero Trinity is amazing if you guys don't know. After this card is fusion summoned for the rest of the turn, this card's attack becomes double its original attack, which makes it 5,000, and it can attack 3 times per turn, which is just game. That's insane. It's just attack, 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 and then he has Malicious Bane, which can still attack, and is on 3,200. That's absolutely amazing. That's just game right there and then. Jack showing off what heroes can really do, and their amazing, astounding combo potential in the current format. Just really well played there. Really good game there. We'll see how Leon responds in kind in game 2. So we're over to game 2 here, and Leone is going to start off his turn, and he's going to normal summon Foxy, and unfortunately he uses Foxy effect, but he had got no real results from it. He does have Solemn Strike, which is a card he probably sided in, which is an overall really good card for stopping combo-based decks. And now, yeah, Leone is just going to proceed forward using Mirage Stallion and Mirage Stallion's effect, and I believe he's going to special summon a Salamangreats monster from his deck, and I'm going to assume he's going to be summoning Gazelle. Yep, there goes the Gazelle, and Gazelle is going to activate its effect to send a card to the graveyard. And the question is, what would Jack have sided in to kind of stop this kind of play? He knows he's going to be going second. He knows Salamangreats are going to go first. So did he side in some hand traps which can react in kind? And the question is, what cards did he side in? Gazelle is going to send Falco to the grave. And then Falco is going to use his effect to return Gazelle to the hand, and then Falco is going to special summon itself to the field, and now Leone is going to use 2 cards to summon out Sunlight Wolf, and he is going to have a look at his graveyard. He could, if he wanted to, try to summon something underneath the Sunlight Wolf in order to get some cards back from it. The question is, will he do that? He chooses to set 1 card, and then he passes turn. And then Jack is going to respond at the end of the main phase with Nibiru. Nibiru is a really good card against Salamangreats. It's commonly sided in. And Leone is very familiar with this. He knows how to play around Nibiru. If anyone saw his game against me in round 1, when he played against my Pendulum decks, I did Nibiru him in game 2. And it didn't work out well. He just played with it. He just said, yeah, sure, okay, you Nibiru me, I'm just going to mind control it and link up and carry on playing anyway. It was really something special. But it seems like Leone hasn't got that kind of answer right now, so Jack is going to start off his turn here. He's going to play Emergency Call, and he's going to use that card to add Elemental Hero Honest Neos to his hand. Now, I have to say that the sign that he's bringing up Honest Neos and not something else like, say, a Vion or a Faris shows that he's probably got those cards in his hand already. And Neos is your game pusher. It's a card which you just say, hey, I'm just going to push for damage and go for game, because it's amazing. It gives any hero card 2500 extra attack during the damage step. It's just absolutely nutty. It has another effect. I can't remember its other effect, but who cares? That 2500 attack can just be enough. That's a whole other big body basically in attack that you can just use to end case faster. Stratos comes into the field, and Stratos is going to use his add effect in order to add a card back to his hand, and the card that he added back to his hand was Vision Hero Faris from his deck. And then Jack is going to send Malicious to the graveyard and special summon Faris, and Faris is now going to put a card into the spell and trap zone. Leone does have some cards in hand. I can see a Phantasme there, so if Jack Link summons, Phantasme is going to come down and hopefully maybe even fix his hand a bit, give him something else. And he is now going to actually banish the copy of Vision Hero Increase while it tries to use this effect, which is a really smart play. I can tell a short story that I was in a regional, the last regional I went to actually, and in the final round I was playing against a hero deck very much like Jack's, and Cosmic Cyclone is what won me one of my games there, because it's just so good at getting rid of these key cards at the right time. Very good. Yep, there's the Phantasme coming in down to respond to Dread Decimator, and he's going to summon the Phantasme in the far left. Don't know why. Oh, he summoned it in defense because he doesn't really want to take any crazy amounts of damage like he was, which is a really smart move by Leone, I will say. Leone draws 2, and then he's going to have a look at his hand, and he's going to be able to put 1 card back in if he hasn't done so already. And now Dread Decimator is going to use an effect. I think this is what I was missing before. Yeah, this is the effect. You contribute 1 Destiny Hero monster, add 1 hero with a different name from your deck to your hand. That is the effect I was missing. That's Cross Crusader. I've been saying Dread Decimator the whole time. It's Cross Crusader. So it's a monster reborn, and it's also a searcher. And that's how he gets the copy of Evil Hero Adjudicator Gold to his hand. And this is what's going to lead to a Dark Fusion play. Malicious is going to use its own effect to banish itself. I wonder if summoning Nibiru was the right idea. He has locked off one of his extra monster zones by summoning it there. He probably should have put Nibiru in a far corner, so that he didn't have to worry about that, if it even matters at all, that's to say. He now uses the effect of gold to search out the Dark Calling card, which is going to let him use cards in the graveyard. I don't know if he has a level 5 or higher monster, but he does have Malicious on board, so as long as he can get that to the graveyard, which he can by a simple link summoning, if he summons into Dread Decimator, he can get that to the graveyard, then that will work out really well. I think that's exactly what Jack's going to do right now, though. He's going to use, the link 2 and the link 3 to summon that Dread Decimator, and Dread Decimator has 3 arrows that point down as opposed to Cross Guy or whatever his name is, and that points down twice. And so that gives him 2 extra monster stones to fusion summon with, which is really nice here. So Jack now starts with the Dark Calling. He's probably going to banish the Malicious because it's useless effect, and the Adjudicated Gold. And this is going to probably bring out Destiny Hero Malicious Bane again. There he goes. And is it Destiny Hero or is it Evil Hero? I have to double check. It is an Evil Hero. Evil Hero Malicious Bane. Literally crossing archetypes here. And Malicious Bane, we talked about already, has an amazing effect and destroys all of destroys the Nibiru token and the Phantasme. There's nothing Leon can do to stop that. And Leon responds with his own Nibiru in kind. Amazing. It's just wow. Just he tributes everything on the field. That's really gonna hurt Jack quite well. He's like, yo, you got rocks? I got rocks too. My rocks are bigger than your rocks. Oh no. Oh man, absolutely insane. That's a really heartbreaking play. Not quite sure what they're discussing about, maybe the attack and defense of the token, but that's a really good play. Another short story. At my last regional, it was really fun. The guy who I played the hero deck again, he gave away how good Nibiru was against this deck. If you use Nibiru against a hero deck, it stops them. It stops them a lot. It's really hard for them to get all the resources back. They may be able to get 1 or 2 extra plays, but realistically, they've used up their resources. They use at their tempo. They're not going to get them things like Malicious back. It's in the banish pile. There's no way to really recycle it feasibly. So it's open street for Leon here, and he's going to be able to be free to do basically whatever he wants. So Gazelle dumps Raw, then he uses Falco to return Gazelle back to hand. He's going to have a look at Jack's graveyard. There's a lot he can do here. He's got Spinny Engrave, so he's at least got a Sunlight Wolf play to make. He links away Falco. Falco is going to summon Balix. He uses Balix's effect to go and get Sanctuary. This is just this is the way it is. This is where the games go. I don't see Jack coming back from this one, definitely not. He discards Spinny to special summon Foxy. Foxy and Spinny, both summoned from the grave, are going to make Mirage Stalio. Mirage Stalio is going to use his effect. That's going to summon off a Jack Jaguar, most likely. Here comes the Jack Jaguar, JJ. And JJ is going to get linked away with Balix in a moment. The question is, will he get linked into a Sunlight Wolf or into a Heat Leo? It looks like we're going to go for the Sunlight Wolf. Sunlight Wolf, and the Mirage Stalio is going to bounce back the token. That's going to get rid of it. So Jack Joyce's field is absolutely wide open now to any form of damage. We already have a 3k Nibiru token in attack there, waiting to just be shoved into Jack's face. 1800 Malicious, so we're at 4800 there, but there's going to be more. There's definitely going to be more here that we can that Leon can do. He summons off another Sunlight Wolf, and he's going to use Sunlight Wolf's reincarnated effect to add a trap card back. So here comes the Roar. He isn't going to need the Roar, but he's going to do it anyway. And then he uses Jack Jaguar to summon underneath the Sunlight Wolf, and Sunlight Wolf's effect is going to kick off. It's going to allow him to add a fire monster from his graveyard to the hand. With the 2 Sunlight Wolf, we're at 3600 damage, so at the moment we have 6800 damage in total. If Leo can get another 1200 damage on board, that's going to be game here. And that'll be all she wrote. He's going to now play Pot of Desires. Pot of Desires is going to banish the top 10 cards of Leon's deck, and he's going to be able to draw 2. A lot of people still to this day go back and forth on whether Desires is a good card or not. Desires is a good card. It's a really good card. It's not for every deck, but it's a very good card. Definitely respect the card, and it definitely just gives you more cards you need. So Leon is now going to attack. He's going to do, he's going to go for what he has at the moment. A little bit disappointed. I'd hoped it would have been an OTK, but he has full control of the board. He has no reason to actually overextend and make a play which is too risky. Look at that, he's got 3 cards in the back row. All he has to do is survive 1 turn, and he most likely is going to survive 1 turn, and he's won this game. So in fact, this is probably a better play than, say, making something more risky and trying to go for game in 1 turn, because why risk what you've already won? You've already won, just chill, just keep it and respect it. And yeah, Jack is going to have a look at his own grave. He's going to try and weigh up his options. This is where you start to see the side of a really good combo player versus someone who is a little less experienced. Everyone can learn a combo. Everybody can learn a flow chart. Everyone can learn a plan. Everybody could just go out and just copy what someone else has written down on a piece of paper and regurgitate that. It's like baking a cake. Everybody knows to put the flour in. Everybody knows to sieve the flour and then beat in the eggs and beat in the other ingredients and so on and so forth. But what shows the side of a real master is someone who's able to actually adapt away from their combo and is able to be a little bit more, find the flexibility within the combo in order to respond kindly. And so Jack is trying to do that right now. He tried to use Mask Change on Vision Hero Increase, which would be able to summon in a Dark Law or a copy of Vision Masked Hero, oh my god, Anki, that's it. It's been a while since I've seen that card. Probably would have gone for the Dark Law because that would have hurt Salamangreat more, but Leon has answers for days. He responded with that with a Salamangreat Roar that negated the Mask Change, and then the question is, what's Jack gonna do here? Jack does have Honest Leos in hand, so Vision Hero Increase will be able to beat over that, but no, he says, no, that's enough, game 3, and that's gonna be it for round 2 there. Really solid play for both players there. Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. Well done to Leon there for the win. So we are here into the final round, 13 minutes left on the clock, and Leon is going to be, having signed it in, is going to be going second, and Jack Joyce is going to be going first. Can he set up a board which stops Leon from playing? Will he even go first or second? Who knows? It's actually hard to say. You probably do want to go first against Salamangreat. But the question is how much will Leon be prepared? He knows he has to play around Nibiru because he knows Leon has Nibiru. So will he walk into that trap again? And this time we got something a little bit different than last time. And Jack is going to play this fusion card. I forgot what this fusion card is called. I just know it's really good. And I'm going to have to look at this one really quickly. I can't remember what it does. I know what the effect is. I know it lets you use materials from your deck to do a fusion summon for a Destiny Hero monster. I think it's for a Destiny Hero monster. Destiny Hero. Yep, there it is. I'm sorry, I've almost got it. Fusion Destiny. It lets you fusion summon one monster from your extra deck that lists a Destiny Hero monster as a material, using monsters from your hand or deck as material, but destroy it during the end phase of the next turn. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Dark Hero monsters. So it let him send to the graveyard Destiny Hero, Malicious, and another Destiny Hero. I forgot what the other Destiny Hero is called. Now he's going to use Malicious, and he's going to use the monster he fusion summoned to summon out extra hero Cross Guy. Leon is ready though. He's going to try to negate Cross Guy's effect using Impermanence, and then he chains in response from Phantasme, which is amazing. If you're playing the Phantasme and Impermanence in your deck, and you should be considering to do so if you have the room for it, this is what you always want to see. A lot of people say Impermanence and Phantasme conflict. Not really. If you just use them properly, they're still both really worth running, and they're both fantastic side deck cards. So Leon is now fixed his hand a bit, and he's going to have even more ways to respond in kind to Jack's play. Jack normal summons, I can't remember what that card is called. We have Vision Hero Fion on the right. I forgot what the other Vision Hero card is. All I know is it lets you special summon a monster from a hero monster from your hand. So he special summons Vision Hero Fion, and then Vion sends Shadow Mist to the graveyard, and Shadow Mist lets him add another hero to his hand. I was wondering what he was doing there, which is why he got Plasma to his hand. Now I'm not sure why Oh yes, he's using Vion's other effect. Vion is now banishing the Shadow Mist. He's going to banish the Shadow Mist to add a polymerization from his deck to his hand. And so now Jack has got he's got Vion, he's got another play that he can play here, but is he going to play around Nibiru? That's the big question. Does Leon have Nibiru? If Leon Nibiru's Jack, that's going to be all she wrote. But Jack is going to actually... Wow, Jack is actually going to tribute somebody to Destiny Hero Plasma. Now, Destiny Hero Plasma, as we said in the last, in round 3, is one of the boss monsters for this deck. It is a skill drain on legs and relinquished on bigger legs. What it lets you do is it lets you take one of your opponent's monsters, equip it to you, and you get half their monster's attack as your own attack. So he took Phantasme, which has 2400 attack, gaining 1200 attack, and that's going to put him on 3100 attack. And he's also got a skill drain effect, so Leon, unless he finds a way around it, is not going to be able to use any monster effects on field. That's not going to stop effects in hand or in the graveyard, so it's not a complete blowout, but the on-field effect will hurt a bit. Leon starts off with Cosmic Cyclone. He uses Cosmic Cyclone to get rid of Jack's face down card, and it's Called by the Grave. Very, very smart choice. Called by the Grave being a very good counter against Salamangreats. And now he is going to play Silent Mining, which asks him to send one monster from his hand to the graveyard. He sends Jack Jaguar, which is always good to have in the graveyard, to add any Cybers level 4 or lower Cybers monster from his deck to his hand. And Leon has to weigh up what he is going to add to his hand here. He really needs something which doesn't actually activate on field or resolve on field or matters much on field in order to play around this play. He just needs to find a way to kind of either get rid of Phantasme and beat over the Plasma, or he needs to find a way of just getting rid of Plasma outright. If he has a Pancratops, that would do it. Pancratops would be really good, but I don't think we're going to see Pancratops in this game. So we'll see what he comes up with, or what art he's going to have. He added a copy of Sea Archive to his hand. He now links normal summons Spinny, makes Balix. Balix is not going to be able to activate his effect, but Spinny will use his effect. He summons Spinny back to the field. Spinny will get banished if it's not put under an XE monster next time. It is removed from the field though. That is the downside, or the cost, quote unquote, for Spinny's using Spinny's effect. And I wonder if this was no, he's I was wondering if that's a misplay, because I wondered if he was trying to set up Sea Archiver, or maybe he's saving it for later. He uses Sunlight Wolf, and now he's going to use Jack Jaguar. Okay, so this will probably trigger Sea Archiver. He shuffles back into Balix. Balix goes into the extra deck, and then Sea Archiver activates. And Sea Archiver activates whenever a monster is summoned to a monster is summoned to a zone and link monster points to, it can summon itself to the field, but the next time it comes off the field it's going to be banished. So it's going to help him just link climb a little bit more into something quite big here. So now Leon is going to link away the Jack Jaguar and is going to summon Balix. It's really weird seeing the Salamangreat player not having recurring resources using their Sunlight Wolf, but Plasma is absolutely negating everything on Leon's side of the field as long as it's face up on the field. So he's going to have to adapt to a little bit more and try to work out what he's going to do, and he's going to go deeper into his head, and he's going to play that Plot of Desires, that lovely ultimate Plot of Desires, shiny sparkle, and now he's going to draw 2 cards, and he draws into a Cosmic Cyclone, which is good. Cosmic Cyclone is good. You can banish the Phantasme, bringing his attack back down to 1900, making it a little bit more manageable to deal with. But he's going to need something a little bit more than that. But he can easily make a link free to beat over Plasma now. So that's really good. And that's exactly what looks like Leon looks like he's going to do. So yeah, Phantasme is gone, banished away. Plasma is back down to 1900. And he is now just going to look for something which he can use to beat over Plasma. He's holding on to Appaloosa, which is weird. Ooh, I hope he's not going to summon Appaloosa. I really hope Leon's not going to summon Appaloosa, because if he summons Appaloosa, it's going to come out negated. And Appaloosa gets attack equal to the materials of the number of monsters it used, but it will go straight to 0. Oh, that That is heartbreaking. Youch.
How much attack does Appaloosa have if this is
Yeah. That's it comes out negated. Yeah. So they're asking me, so I'm gonna shut up for a little bit and let that go through. No, yeah, I'm afraid Appaloosa comes onto the field negated. Even though it doesn't activate, it still is a continuous effect, and all effects are negated by skill drain. So yeah, it's gonna come out with 0 attack. That is a mistake. That is absolutely heartbreaking for Leon there. That's those are the lessons. That's the kind of things we try to do at our locals, because we always try to work out what are the little intricacies or the little rulings here and there, and we try to get all the mistakes like this out of the way before we go to a higher level tournament. So I doubt Leon would have made that play. He could have gone into, this was his game to win. He could have made Heat Leo and just attacked over it. Yeah, that's really, really heartbreaking. Jack is carrying on his turn. He set 2 cards. Destiny Hero, I can't read what that card is from it, but I know that if there's no cards in your hand, you can banish it to draw 2 cards. He's then going to normal summon out the Solid Soldier or something like that. Special summon in the Stratos, and the Stratos is going to add Honest Leos to his hand, and he's going to steal, just for the sake of getting it out the way. He's not going to get any attack boost from it, but he's going to steal that, and yeah, he's going to attack for game, and he's going to ditch Honest Leos, and I think this is enough for game. Yeah, and that's game. Yo, them's the ropes, man. One misplay is all it takes sometimes just to yeah, just to throw away a game. That's really, really unfortunate, because otherwise this was his game to win. But guys, thank you for tuning into this game. I hope you enjoy seeing Salamangreats versus Heroes, and I'll be back next week with some more live feature matches. If you enjoy this kind of videos, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you have any requests on what you want to see, please feel free to do so. But thank you for your attention and for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Take care.